Hey yo, Nazca here, and today I have two good news for you. The first one is that I won a 7 to smoke battle last weekend. It was a great experience. Actually, it was a 6 to smoke because there was one participant missing, because a 7 to smoke has 8 participants and the beatboxer who reaches 7 points win the 7 to smoke. In that case we were 7 and the first to have 6 points won, which I did, and I'm grateful for this. I ranked first in the eliminations, making myself the king, and then I went up straight to 6 victories, and the next day I had another battle which I lost in quarterfinals against Tunecino. So it was great to have 2 battles in the same weekend, and it was a great experience for the mic performance or just the battle strategy and stuff like this. Sadly, I don't have much footage of this weekend, but here are a few of them. It is always good and fun to perform on stage. Okay, now what is the second news? It is about how to create a beatbox routine. So I won't answer to that question because it would require a very long video, but some of you guys asked me how to create and how to come up with a new routine. And to answer that question, I will analyze with you 3 beatbox tracks structure-wise. We will go through 3 tracks. The first one being My Way by Weaver, the second is Broken Chains by FootboxG, and the last one is Raise by myself. So here we go straight to the point with My Way by Weaver. So you can follow with the pointer where we are in the track. One block is a bar, and yeah, we have the notable changes for a track. Don't worry, we will go through it, but we will first give a listen, reaction with no talking. Let's go.
I need a break to find my way. I need a break to find my way.
Extra bar here.
I need a break to find my way. I've been thinking about falling. I need a break.
Wow, crazy reverse in the end. Okay, so we have at first the introduction with just singing. I need a break to find my way. Yeah, you know it. And there are 4 bars. Even though I can't really feel the tempo, I feel like it's a little bit slower than the actual track. So for me, there's a bar with I need a break, and then the melody, and then to find my way, and a melody. So that makes 4 bars. Then we go to the introduction. So yeah, I need a break with the hi-hat on beats 2 and 4 with the singing along, and then it switches to the snares.
To find my play.
And yeah, here we have this extra bar. So here it goes. If you count it, that's it. Let's play it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And yeah, we have the melody starting on the 1 here, and then it sticks to 4 bars scheme. It is pretty uncommon to use 5 bars sections, I guess. Yeah, we mostly use 4 bars or 8 bars sections, but the use of an extra bar here and here later, we will see when it happens, is a very good choice in my opinion to make the track take time and to build the vibe along the sounds. So what's interesting here is that the melody is here for 8 bars, but we have 2 different sections. The first section is drumless. We don't have drums, we just have the melody, and that's a great section. We have some details actually, like some snares along on the beat 4, I think. Yeah, so we have a snare here on the beat 4 of the second bar and a on the 4th beat of the 4th bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. The kick is in counter timing between the 3 and the 4. 1, 2, 3. That's very great to introduce a beat, and then starts the melody with the beat. First bar, and then longer snare. Let's see for bar 3 and 4. The is back. Wow. We have a sextuplet break here with some extra stroke, very nice. And what's very interesting in that hook is that we have that high pitch speed snare. I can't do it before the very hard to do, and it gives so much uniqueness to the track because no one does that. The sextuplet seems to go this way. I think the groove is a bit different when he does it. Yeah, that's how I hear it, but I feel it's a bit different, probably because of the that River uses. I think it's all outward and not outward inward. Then there is the build up. The melody keeps going, but there are some extra notes, like with the nip, nip, nip sound. And contour snares, stuff like this, to create syncopation and to break the linearity of the beat. Still some extra snares. Syncopation that's very nice to create build-ups or transitions. I heard also to create, you know, sub kicks, like cinematic kicks, you know, very nice to create depth in the track. Oh, that's very hard. Yeah, here. That one is crazy. I can't explain it. Sorry, guys. Just some back and forth lip rolls and speed snare rolls, special technique by Weaver. And yeah, I wanted to say that in build-ups or transition, I also like to use counter snares, syncopated snares, like that's definitely a good thing to go for if you want to create transitions and stuff like this. What you can notice here is that, you know, the melody and the details keep going, but there are some subtle variations, like there's a silence here. Yeah, right here. And syncopation, always nice. And that unique extra combo, it's nowhere else. And then he switches with arpeggio textures instead of very quick, subtle, fast. That's perfect for a wildcard, you know. Small details like this. Very nice. Also breaks the linearity of the track. It's never boring, you know. There's always something happening. You could expect after this build-up a drop, but that's not what happens. He brings back the melody and the singing.
I need to break.
The energy is decreasing, but for the better, because there's a crazy drop coming afterwards. And we have the melody and the singing at the same time, which we did not have, because in the beginning we only had the singing, and when the melody came, it was only the melody without singing.
I need to break.
Filter and kick. Very nice.
Find my way.
If you want to make great tracks, think about this kind of details. Build up. And that extra bar.
Thinking about falling.
The build up here is divided into two parts. The first part with the melody and the kissing with the speed snare. In the same time, the snares are syncopated. If the build-up was, you know, it's too generic. Here it's very nice. It's the same tempo. Count with me. And then in the second part, the snares go back to the beat straight. With technical sounds. Yeah, I think that's the pattern. Wow. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's this on the first beat of that fourth bar, and then this pattern, I can't do it, but it goes faster with other textures, so very nice to do. And then this extra bar and the singing. I've been thinking about falling or something like this. It tells a story as well. The drop is very impactful because he introduces the drop without the kick with the sub bass lip roll. And
I've been thinking about falling.
And that's so powerful, groovy, so many textures, still that grain of melody. Brass. Yeah, and hollow lip roll as a detail. And we have, yeah, that note on the snare. Sextuplet combo. And we have a pattern to rely on as a listener. You know, it's not going all over the place. Everything has a reason to be here with subtle details, subtle changes, just to keep the attention of the listener. That is why it got first place. Subtle change. Back. We have this arpeggio back with the hollow whistle. When you do tracks, it's important to have callbacks like this.
I need a break. Yeah.
And the intro is so original. We have the melody in reverse. You could not have a more effective outro because it's short. So for the wildcard, it's perfect. He has the time to develop all his ideas without having a long outro. And it is not just something generic like back to the melody or back to the intro of the track. We have something special here just to spice up the whole track. Nothing more to say about the structure itself of the track, but here are the characteristics of My Way. We have first a subtle introduction with space for details, a strong hook and melody, where the ideas are introduced with drumless parts. Very important to do that in your track. I think it is highly beneficial for you to do that in your tracks. We have an authentic build-up. He takes time to build things up. We're very far from typical snares build-ups, and we have plenty of details here for a reason. We can find fullness in the melody. We have special sounds and strong drums, strong basics, and an impactful drop with all the details following a certain pattern for the listener's attention. I can't cover all aspects of the track because there are certainly a lot of things to say about the melody, the arpeggios. It would probably be interesting to analyze which chords are forming the arpeggios. If there are some pianists or musicians in the comments, just let me know, because that is kind of out of my range. I can't really say which notes are playing, but let me know in the comments if you feel like doing so. Let's move on to FootboxG's Broken Chains video. Let's go through the track and then analyze what's going on.
Tell them to get rid of the guilt. Tell them to get rid of the
Many details.
Tell them to get rid of the
Wow. Very well structured.
Tell them to get
Yeah, we can first notice that for My Way and Broken Chains, like in the drops, we have recurring patterns with just subtle changes. Either the changes are sound design oriented, or breaks, or melodic callbacks, for example. And sometimes in the drop, we have an evolution with a texture change, for example, like in the first drop, we have the laser, and then we have the same with the throat bass, like and that's very good for the musical ear. What's interesting to notice in the first place is that we have a single bar here with the drums. You can do that for introductions, that's not a problem at all, and that's even a good thing actually. That's creative because you expect like a hip-hop beat, but no, there's an intro going with a melody.
Tell them to get rid of the guilt.
Okay, details guys. He starts the first bar with a crash. Then tone bass. And open hi-hat. And we have this pattern with the lyrics then.
Tell them to get rid of the guilt.
Introducing the drop without the drums. Super effective way of introducing a drop in the first bar. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we have a speed snare and a zap combo here for the second bar. At the end of the second bar. I don't know what's going on actually, but very nice pattern. Just some lip rolls here to end the bar, and then he mutes the drums again. And with a longer break then, that's starting on the fourth beat of the bar 4 and stopping on the second beat of the next bar, being the fifth bar. We can count if you want.
Tell them to get rid of the guilt.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the drugs.
Tell them to get rid of the
And the transition to evolve the drop. Yeah, the second part of the first drop, this one, the darker area here, we have 2 H kicks in addition to the melody and the beat going. Very nice to raise the energy and keep the attention.
Tell them to get rid of the
Wow, evolution of the drop with the special lasers. Sextuplet roll. Oh, melodic callback, very good detail. Like, it's made so that you don't forget the melody and that it glues everything into a single track.
Tell them to get rid of the
Wow. Some breaks to create variation and emphasize the sound, which I do very badly. Quick transition. The first bar is pretty basic. And in the second bar comes the crazy stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's sextuplet, but only the second half of the sextuplet, like. But with his own ways and his own sounds. The silences work well, and we have this melody going back, which was at the intro. Pretty basic but effective technique for the dynamic of the track. We have a high energy drop, and then we lower the energy with a melody, with no drums, and by going very calm on that part of the track to throw then an insane drop.
Tell them to get
That transition. Sextuplet again. Drumless. It emphasizes the drop and bring it back, you know. It's going well, and then, okay, hold on. And then we throw it in your face, and that's a very accurate place to play that drumless part, because then you switch to another section. For example, it can be an evolution with other sounds and stuff like this, just to emphasize what's coming next. Here it doesn't change. I put it in darker area like if there was a change, but it's the same. And it works. Very good way to finish the track, back to the drum transition as an outro rather than going back to the intro melody. I love this track. Big ups to FootboxG. What to say that this track has a lot of groove, a lot of swing. Lot of swing, unique sound design, impactful drops, tonal balance control. The tonal balance is when you have a great control between the low sounds, you have different texture of basses, but you also have high pitch sounds like whatever sounds you want. The key is to create contrast. That's the key for me to become a great beatboxer. You need to play in all frequency ranges, because if you just have basses and the same basses, or just mid-range sounds or high sounds, you will find limitations over the long term. And the structure is pretty much evolutive, and that's a very, very, very important point. It's like a story, make it level up, make it go somewhere, you know. Let's move on with the third track that we are going through. It's a house track compared to the two previous tracks, which had hip-hop beats.
Jump in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Raise with me.
Yeah, okay, let's break it down. In the first place, we have 4 bars of kickless drums, house. If there was a kick, it would sound like this. So yeah, I decided to go without the kicks because that is typical of house beats. 4 bars. Detail here. And to transition for the next part being the hook. Lip roll. And in darker section you have modulated hi-hats. Instead of you have That's a technique I really love because we don't hear it that much and it's pretty satisfying to listen to and to perform. Okay, let's go.
Jump in 3, 2, 1.
That's the transition and it lasts 2 bars. Jump in 3, 2, 1. And then it goes with the drop. Detail between the first and second beat of the third bar. Okay, here that's interesting because there's that drumless part, which I worked a lot on it. Very hard to perform. What I initially wanted to do is to create another section with an evolution, like with more speed snares. But in the end, I wanted to make it a second drop, which is very similar to the first drop, because that's a track that's not a battle track, that's a produced track. That's why I wanted to go for that. And for live performances, it was kind of hard to perform all the parts one after the other. So I wanted to go and take my time, because that's also a house track that takes time. But now when I perform it, I prefer to go for a breakdown in the second part, in the second drop. It just depends of the mood. Okay, so there's a technical breakdown here. The energy here is not supposed to go higher. It is just to create a little decreasing in terms of energy before the build-up and going higher in energy for the second drop. And it is a technical breakdown because we have different variations occurring at the end of each bar. For the first bar, we have this then yeah, I love this combo. So we have the main pattern recurring all the time. That's always there, and what changes is just the end of each bar. Yeah, that's the longest combo. Triple speed snare at the end of the bar. And the combo is extended to the next bar until the next snare. And I fall back on the cricket whistle. Let's go. And yeah, we will talk about that build-up.
Let's go.
It's syncopated. With just the bass and the going, it goes by. One bar here is 8 beats long, like the first house drop. And that build-up is introduced drumless, and then with the... It is just a 3 beats long pattern recurring twice, making 6 beats. And then for the 2 next beats to make it 8 beats long. And then with the kicks. One kick every beat.
Race with me.
And small transition. Race with me. And if you want to understand more about this build-up, I made a video about build-ups like this, syncopated build-ups. That's very beneficial for you, I believe. So go check it out. You won't regret it. And we have another drop with more speed snares.
Me.
and still that triple speed snare detail like in the first drop. So yeah, this drop has more speed snares, and we have a triplet evolution then. That one. With some 2H kicks. And the variation here comes here with a 16th note groove using the same sound. And it creates some groove, I like it, like from to and then it brutally ends. I could make an outro, but I want it to be like 2 minutes long because it's a high performance track and I didn't want this track to be too long. I hope this video was beneficial for you and that it was not so annoying to listen to because of my nose being congested all the time. It gets congested and uncongested like every minute. It's pretty much annoying. Like it is getting congested while I'm talking. I went to the doctor for that today, so hopefully it will be better for the next videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
We don't joke.